Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching or listening to this. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. So if you are visually watching this either on Spotify, on YouTube, and you're like, Siobhan, you look like you've been dragged through a bush backwards. It wasn't this morning. This afternoon, me and my client went for a team event up to the lakes to go on a long walk. Now, originally, it was planned to go up Coniston. So originally it was to go up Old Man Coniston. Now, if you don't know what that is, Google it. It's like a very large hill / small mountain up in the Lake District. I actually don't know if it's a lake or if it's a hill or a mountain, but it's very tall. And yeah, originally we were meant to go up that, but when I'm filming this, well, actually yesterday, we realised there was yellow wind weather warnings, and basically it was way too windy, and I was like, I'm not too sure about taking all my clients up on a really bloody windy mountain. And it was also like throwing it down with rain as well, hence why I look like a drowned rat, even though my hair's dry now. But with my hair, as soon as it gets wet, if I let it dry naturally, it kind of like goes poof, like a lion's mane. So yay, that's why I look like this. So yeah, we ended up going to Gazelle Forest instead, which was lovely because it was a forest as well. It was more sheltered to keep us sheltered from the wind and rain too. And then we went to a cafe. Had some lunch, coffee. I brought Miss Moll with us as well, which was lovely for her to meet some more of the team because she's only met the team a couple of times. So it was lovely to bring her along with us. And I took my partner. A lot of my clients took their partners, friends. It's lovely. I honestly love having outdoor walking team retreats as well. But that's why my hair's all floofy, because we all got drowned. But it's good. Bit of fresh air, some steps. It's all good. Right, so this episode of the podcast, episode 14, I believe it is, which again is absolutely mad. I'm just going to double check that to make sure that is right. Yeah, episode 14 of the podcast, which is mad. Again, I'm still in awe that I'm keeping this up every single week, getting it done. I actually love doing it. Like, I never would have thought that I would have enjoyed recording a podcast as much as I have done. But I think I just like sitting here and chatting shit, and it's ended up becoming like a little bit of my personal diary as well, like with the beginning part of, what I've been up to this week. So actually, speaking of what I've been up to this week, I've actually been working on a super secret project, which when you are listening to this podcast, it'll either be announced on the day you're listening to it, so keep an eye on my social media, or it has already been uploaded. You know exactly what's going on with that. So I'm really, really excited to show you guys what I've been working so hard on, like lots of late nights, lots of extra hours. Genuinely do believe that what I'm going to launch next week, and I'll talk about it a little bit more on my next podcast as well, about how it's gone and all that jazz and what it is, in case you want to jump on the next one. I'll talk about it a little bit more, but I'm keeping it hush hush for now. But I am genuinely excited because I think I've got something really special, and I think it's something that will really help a lot of people. And I know that, talking about 10 years ago, it's something that not only did I need, I think I would have jumped on and like bit someone's hand off if they had something like this. So I'm honestly really, really excited and really buzzed to let you guys know what it is. But on a similar topic, and you will only know that it's a similar topic when it gets announced today when you listen to this, today I'm going to talk about how I gamified my fitness journey in order to help me lose the weight that I lost. Now, if you do not know, I lost on my last cut 20 kilograms. It was a lot of weight, and I know to some people it's 20 kilograms isn't a lot of weight, but I'm 5 foot, like 1 kilogram is a lot. Like, it looks like a lot on my small frame, and 20 kilograms, like if you haven't seen my before and after picture, jump on my Instagram and go and have a nosy at it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? Jump on and follow me. My Instagram handle is Siobhan, spelled SIOBHAN body balance, all one word. So jump on and follow me on there. And one of my pinned posts at the top is my transformation journey, and a little bit about me, how I've gotten where I am at the moment. But yeah, my last dieting phase was 20 kilograms. It was a lot of weight. Obviously, I'm now in a bulk. I'm coming to the end of my bulk. I think I'm on either the last week or yeah, I think it's the last week. I think it's 2.5 weeks. By the time I listen to this podcast, it'll be 1.5 weeks, and then I'll be starting my prep for going back into competing, which is really, really exciting. But yeah, this podcast is all about how I gamified my fitness journey to lose 20 kilograms. Now, the reason why I gamified it, because I have a very limited attention span. So I need to play a little game with myself, and I need to have a competition with myself when I am on a fat loss journey, when I'm on any kind of fitness journey, when I'm pushing up the weights, when I'm working on something, whether that's like business, fitness, life, whatever that is. I need to give myself a little challenge to work to. I can't just plod along. I can't just tick the boxes just because. I am not that kind of person. I need a mission. I need something that's going to drive me through that journey. And I know not everyone's like that, and that is fine. But personally for me, that's what works best. And because I'm a gamer, it's a lot easier for me to link elements of my fitness journey to gaming metaphors and the way that I see video games, because it's all I've done like for most of my life. I think I actually got my first like video game when I was like 6 or 7 or something like that, and I'm 32 now, so I've been playing games for majority of my life. So yeah, that's, for me, it's a lot easier for me to relate to video games and put things into perspective as video games. And it's something that I've learned as a coach has worked quite well with clients as well. When I relate their fitness journey to something that they know, it works really well. So if you're a gamer and you're like, oh my god, I need this, and even if you're not a gamer, you might actually find some of these things that elements that I'm going to talk about relatable and helpful for your fitness journey as well. So, as I was saying before, I turned my fat loss journey into a game, and it made it not easy, but easier, more fun to, again, I put fun in quotation marks because let's be honest, there's times where fitness and fat loss isn't fun, but it made it more fun to lose that weight, and it made it more of a celebration by the end of it as well. And it's also the same techniques that I use when I'm building a body that I love too. So the first thing that I did is that I focused on leveling up. So I didn't just focus on losing the weight. I just focused on every single day, every single week, every single month being a better version of myself, and essentially climbing up the levels and being like 1% better, 1% better, 1% better. So instead of focusing on the scale, like, yes, of course you do want the scale to go down over time. Like if you are on a fat loss journey, you do want the scale to go down, especially if you're a beginner. Like I know there's a lot of myths out there where people are like, oh, if the scale doesn't go down, like don't worry about it. But if you are on a fat loss journey, like that scale will go down. It will. Like you are not building that much muscle mass where the scale will literally just stay the same. Like you're not. You're absolutely not. It's impossible to build that much muscle mass to the point where you will maintain on that. But as a female, if you're not taking your scale weight every single day, because I know some people like will lose their head with that. If you are not taking your scale weight every single day and you're taking your scale weight every week or once a month, as a female, we obviously our hormones fluctuate on a day-to-day basis, and as our hormones fluctuate on a day-to-day basis, our scale weight can also fluctuate on a day-to-day basis too. And if you are again weighing yourself once a week, you might accidentally catch yourself on a high day, on a day where your scale weight is fluctuated higher, and you'll lose your head. But over time, over a period of 1-2 months, you do want that scale weight to come down if your goal is to lose body fat and become a smaller version of yourself. As I said, there's no way that you can build that much muscle mass during your dieting phase where the scale weight will just stay the same. You just won't be losing body fat. However, I didn't just focus on the scale. I also set performance-based goals, and this is something that I encourage all of my clients to do. So this is basically not just performance-based goals in the gym, which yes, 100% I encourage, but it's also performance-based goals outside the gym as well. So for example, every workout was an opportunity to level up and lift heavier, do more reps, push harder on cardio. When I was outside of the gym and I was meal prepping, I always asked myself, okay, how can I get more veg into my diet? How can I get more fruit into my diet? How can I do it so I can look at my food and feel more full? How can I do it where I can be better with my water? Because I always hold my hands up that I'm the worst with water. It's something that I've constantly got to push myself on. It's the thing that I will slip upon the most is my water. It's something that I really push on. So again, it's like, can I set like little tasks and challenges, like before I have a cup of coffee, make sure to drink X amount of water. When I'm in the gym, I need to make sure I drink X amount of water during my workout as well. Little things like that. So I set like little mini challenges to myself, which I'll talk about a bit more in a second. But again, it's like, how can I drink more water? Is there a way that I can get more steps? Is there a way that I can plan my week better so I don't feel as overwhelmed? Is there a way that I can meal prep all of my food so that I'm not having to worry about it throughout the week? Can I organise my week better? Again, so if I am socialising, I can pre-plan that meal. All little things like that, progress-based goals. Can I get better sleep? How can I make it so I'm more consistent with my supplements? I focus on all of these things, and progress became the prize at the end of the day. And I just focus on how can I be a better version of myself, and the weight loss just followed via the actions that I was taking. So it looked like fat loss wasn't something that I was just overly focused on. I was just focused on the actions that would accumulate to the goal that I wanted, fat loss. I also tried to see healthy habits, i.e. drinking water, better sleep, those kinds of things, as experience points, and experience points that at first I might find difficult. So for example, like let's say you're on level 1 in a video game, and let's say you're pottering around this video game and you might have like, I don't know, wild balls in this video game, and when you're on level 1, those wild balls might be a fucking pain in the ass to kill, and you might have to attack it like 20 times in order for this ball to go down or this enemy to go down. However, as you collect the experience points from the wild balls or these like little enemies that you're knocking out, as you connect the put my teeth back in my mouth, as you collect the experience points from doing these little hard challenges or killing these little enemies, this is where you will level up. And then when you get to level 5, because of all the bloody balls you've killed, this is where you go back to go and kill a ball, and it's absolutely easy. You don't really have to think about it. It's literally one swing and it's done. So I think of healthy habits as experience points, and the more that I do them and the more that I rack up on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, the easier that it will be, because it just becomes part of my routine. So I started tracking my actions and my habits like a game in that way. So each workout, each meal, each good night's sleep, all of these things earned me experience points. And then with that more XP, yes, I got better results, but it also became easier to keep up that momentum because I was already in that habit as well. Now, if something was missed, i.e. I didn't drink all my water in one day, or I missed my steps, or I didn't continue the habit, progress wasn't completely lost, but progress was stalled, as it would be in your fat loss journey. Like if you're not doing that, you won't necessarily go backwards, but your progress will stall. And I try to think that as well, is that at the end of the day, I want to complete the game in as quick as time possible. And that's how I try to do it. And in order to complete the game in the quickest time possible, I've got to put more time into it. I've got to put more effort into it, like in a normal game. Like if you want to complete Skyrim in a week, 100% is possible, but you've got to spend a lot of fucking time doing that. And it's the same with your health and fitness journey as well. If you want to smash a health and fitness goal in a short time frame, you've got to put a lot of fucking effort in. You've got to put a lot of fucking time in. Or if you don't want to put the effort in, just understand that it will take longer. And that is the consequence, and it is one of the trade-offs, and some people are okay with that trade-off and some people aren't. So it's always thinking about that as well. I also thought of plateaus like a boss battle as well. Now, hear me out on this. Now, in a fat loss journey, in a fitness journey, everyone will go through a plateau. It is very normal. It is very normal to go through a slump on your fitness journey, just like it's very normal to go through a slump in your career. Like you might be working with the same employer for, let's say, 4 years. There'll be a point in that 4 years where you're literally like, I fucking hate being here. There will be a point if you're building a business where you're like, I just want to quit and go and work at Costa. These are all very normal things. There is going to be points in your relationship. You might have been with someone for 5 years, and you might be like in a relationship with someone 5 years and be like, I just can't anymore. And again, it's just effort. You've got to put that effort in order to get that boom back. And it is the same with a fitness journey as well. So I saw plateaus in my fitness journey as a boss battle. It's right, okay, I've hit a boss now. I'm racking my brain on this. I'm really pushing hard on this, and there's a barrier that I am struggling to jump over. And it's like, right, okay, this is, apologies for Molly there. Just been out all day with the walk, and I thought we'd tired her out. Guessing not, but yeah, with plateaus, I did see it as a boss battle. And it's like, right, okay, I need to figure out how to beat this boss in order to continue on the game. Again, very, very normal in your journey. Now, it might be when you approach this boss, when you approach this plateau, that you try a certain technique, that you try something and it doesn't work as well as you thought it was. And instead of going, fuck, I'm just going to quit the game now, I'm going to bin it, like you wouldn't do that in a video game. It's like, right, okay, I've learned X, Y, and Z from trying this tactic and it hasn't worked as well as I thought. Okay, what have I learned from that situation? Can I try a different tactic, or can I try that tactic again and just tweak it and approach the boss again, just like what you do in a video game? Because I'm guessing if you are a gamer and you have played video games, there's been a point where you've come across a boss and you've literally done that boss fight again and again and again and again and again, and you've not given up on it. Yes, you've got frustrated on it. Yes, you've probably thrown your controller mouse at the other side of the room, but you've not given up on it because you know you will do that. And sometimes it's like that on fitness journey. Sometimes you are trying again and again and again and again and again to do something, and eventually when you do it, oh my god, it feels absolutely amazing. Like you're literally fucking screaming, like you're fucking buzzing yourself. And it is the same on the fat loss journey as well. You will feel so fucking proud of yourself. So treat it like a boss battle. As I was saying that then, side tangent. I don't know if any of you guys have played Spyro the Dragon. I'm a massive fan of Spyro the Dragon. If you're watching this, I have like loads of little pop vinyls of Spyro the Dragon. It is honestly my favourite video game ever. And as I was going through that metaphor, all I could think of is the third Spyro the Dragon game. I know they're all called different names in different countries. I think it's called, when I got it, it was called Year of the Dragon, and it's when you had like this like dragon lady who wanted to get rid of all the, oh no, she was like a dinosaur and she wanted to get rid of all the dragons. But the very first boss on that is kind of like this frog guy. And I remember being a kid and playing that third Spyro, and I just couldn't beat that first boss. Obviously, I did, and I completed the game, but I remember for the longest time I couldn't complete that boss, and it was doing my nutting so much. I'd had dreams about what the second level would be like because I was just really looking forward to this second level that I could never get to. And eventually I did it, and it was the most magnificent thing in the world. And now I go back and redo that on like, you know, the remastered Spyro, and I'm like, this is a piss easy boss. But that's just because I've got better. And it's the same again, same with dieting and fat loss, muscle building as well. Is like when you have smashed that plateau, that plateau might come up again. It might rear its ugly head again, and because you've already done it and you already know how to overcome it, it's dead fucking easy to do. And you smash through it and you're like, oh, that was a piece of piss, because you have gained that experience. And again, you've got better, you've got more skilled at overcoming that plateau, just like I became more skilled at video games. Well, kind of, as I grew up. I love video games, but I'm actually not that great at them, which is quite funny for people to hear. But yeah, I adore video games, but I am that kind of person who like, sometimes an enemy will come up and I'll just like, I fuck off in the other direction. I'm like, no. But yeah, I digress. Back to the podcast. So next thing that I did was side quests, which is what I referenced before. So I like to give myself challenges. For example, where before I have my coffee, drink X amount of water. Like I started to do things like habit stacking, and they were my challenges. In order to get an energy drink, I wouldn't buy energy drinks in. I would then walk to the shop to get the energy drink that I wanted, and I'd also get like steps on the way there as well, like little tricks that I do. I know that isn't like overly cost effective, but it was just a way that I could hit two birds with one stone, and it make me go out the house because I really bloody wanted that energy drink. Because it's, as any gamer will attest, we're all bloody addicted to caffeine at the end of the day, and especially things like Monster. But other little side quests that I would do is I'd like play a game with myself. So I'd be like, okay, can I walk 15,000 steps every single day for a week, just for a week? Or it might be like, today can I walk 20,000 steps? Let's see what I could do. Like, I just play a little game with myself. Can I do work or life admin when I'm doing cardio? So when I'm on the stair mill, how many videos can I get edited for social media? How many, I don't know, emails can I reply to, messages can I reply to? If my clients have sent me form feedback videos, can I reply to them on Sternal as well? Sometimes, like what I did on my last icing phase as well. This desk that I'm on now, it's actually a standing desk. So when I did my clients' check-ins, I would rise this up. I've got my little stepper at the side of me, and I would do my clients' check-ins, not as I'm walking, but I'd video just like this, well, not sat down, but stood up, and I'd video. And then in between, when I was looking at the next person's check-in and making notes on things they could do, like improve on, things that they've done well, etc., that's where I'd be walking. So it's little things like that. I'd be like, right, okay, can I do this as well, just to, again, get some extra steps in. And of course, one of the things that I'd focus on with like my little challenges is hitting personal bests in the gym. So what I would do, so I'm quite old school, my logbook with my clients, we all have an app, and we write our lists down. They write the list down, and then when I go through their check-ins, I'll look through their list to go like, right, okay, top of my head, my client Letitia, like, okay, she's got a PB, she's got a PB on this, she's got a PB on this, she's gone down on this, okay, why? And obviously I bring that up on check-in, so I do that. However, myself, I'm quite old school, so I just use a logbook where I write my list down, and it's like pen and paper, old school pen and paper, because my plan is on like a let's say PDF, then it's not a PDF, it's on an Excel sheet, so then I will take that, put it into a logbook, and then track my list that way instead. So what I used to do, and what I still do, is I look through my logbook and go, right, okay, so I got, I don't know, top of my head, 140 kilograms on a leg press. This week I want to get 150, and it might not be that big of a jump for some lists. It might be, for example, like, okay, my lat raises, last week I got 4 kilograms for 10. This week I want to do the same weight, but I want to get it for 12, and I will write in the exact number that I want to achieve. If I didn't get it, it's not the end of the world. I tried. But the point was is that I tried to give myself those mini tasks and those mini personal bests to try and push up to. One, it kept me engaged, and it also, again, it's just that almost self-competition that just helped with that motivation. It's like, I need to beat the woman from last week, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not competing with anyone else, I am just competing with me. So I just want to be better than last week, Siobhan, the week before, the week before, the week before, and just be leveling up every single week. And that's what those side quests, that's how I came up with those like side quests for me to focus on. Is every week I'd look over the week, go, right, okay, this is what I did really well, celebrate that, because we all should be celebrating what things we did well, but also look on, okay, this is where I could improve. And it's not supposed to be like, oh, I'm shit on this. It's like, okay, this is where I could improve, and by improving this I will get closer towards my goals. Okay, how can I break this down? Maybe my steps been shit last week, how can I put in a fun little challenge to also help me get my steps up? Can I also do something like, I think some of you guys have seen me play video games whilst I'm doing steps, can I incorporate something that I love alongside something that I'm finding difficult, i.e. getting my steps? Can I play my video games whilst getting my steps? And it's little things like that that I question myself on, that helped me keep me engaged in my fitness journey and help make it fun as well. Another thing that I did is that I would unlock rewards. And what I mean by this is, you know, when you're on a fitness journey and some people say like, oh, when they get to so much weight loss, they'll go to this restaurant, they'll go here, they'll reward themselves with food. When they, I don't know, pass a test or whatever, they'll go to like Mackey's to celebrate, or Five Guys or whatever. So see, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't reward myself with junk food. I wouldn't reward myself and potentially, again, stall my progress. I unlocked things that aligned with my goals. So for example, I unlocked a barbell hip thrust pad, like a really good one. I unlocked lifting straps. I unlocked a gym wear set that I've been eyeing up for absolutely ages. I unlocked a sports massage. So every time that I got to a certain point, so I would set certain points on my fat loss goal, and when I got to a certain point, I would unlock something that would then continue helping me towards my fat loss goal as well. Again, it might be a weekend adventure to go on a hike somewhere. It might be something like, I don't know, you know, the float tanks that you do. It might be something like that. It might be a hot yoga class. Things that I've wanted to do that I know would be a reward for me and that would make me excited, but it wasn't hindering my goal. It would just continue my progress towards that as well. These things kept me motivated without sabotaging my progress. And sometimes like I'd do these and plan these with friends as well. So again, that hike, kind of get my friends involved with that as well. Could I go bouldering, rock climbing, and bring my friends along with that too. Like again, I can be social with them while still allowing myself my fitness goal, and of course celebrating the progress that I've achieved as well. Again, spa day, that's not going to hinder your progress. You go in, you're relaxing, you go into the sauna, you're having a swimming pool. Can my girlfriends come along with me as well? These like little things that I unlock that help me along the way. So those are a few things that I did along the journey to make my fitness journey easier, to keep me engaged in my fitness journey as well. Now I am going to do a post alongside this too, just going into like adding a few more things in this as well. So if you're not familiar following me on Instagram, please go ahead and do so. And as I said before, I am going to be announcing something very, very special on social media today. So and of course throughout the week too. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because if you are a gamer, this is for you. If you're not a gamer, please like look for it, because it can work for you as well if you don't have to be a gamer. It's just a way that I'm doing something that's going to help make fitness more fun, more engaging for people who want to kickstart their fitness journeys. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And as I said before, I am fucking buzzing for it because I've worked so hard on it. I really think it's got legs and can really grow with the ideas that I've got as well. End of the podcast, as just to summarise, try as much as possible to make fitness fun. Now, it won't always be. Sometimes it will be a grind. Sometimes you do come up with a boss battle, but try and see it from a different perspective. Again, instead of it being like a wall that you hit, see it as a problem that you can overcome. See it as like, okay, if I do this, I will level up. I will be that next level version of myself as well. And next time that I come across this barrier, it'll be a piece of piss to get through as well. If you see it that way, if you see it from that different mindset and try and make it a game and make it more fun, you will never quit on this. And this is why I feel so passionate about this topic. Feel so passionately about this topic. Don't know why I can't talk anymore. Then again, it has been like 30 minutes. As I was saying before, if your fitness journey feels like a grind, if it feels like a chore, just like me, you won't stick with it. But if you do treat it like a game, you will stay in it for life. And especially if you set yourself up with like side quests, unlocking rewards and things like that, and seeing it as a way that you can just consistently level up, it's honestly, you will be in it for the long game. Pun not intended, but I like it. So thank you so much for listening to me ramble on this podcast. As usual, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below on Spotify or on YouTube. Or remember that you can always reach out to me on Instagram via the DMs. My DMs are open to absolutely anyone. I don't pay, what are they called? I don't pay someone to like manage my DMs. Like if you are messaging me on Instagram, it is always me. I love hearing from people. I love helping people. And if I can help you with just like a quick message back, I will of course do that. Like I want to help as many people as possible. This is the reason why I've got this podcast. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment box. If you have any suggestions or topics that you want to learn about or for me to cover in more depth, again, just shoot me over a message because yeah, the more ideas the better, because I just want to help as many people as possible. But have a lovely rest of your day, evening, afternoon, weekend. Whenever you watch this, I hope you have the most amazing day. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.